Hello to all my wonderful students, devout disciples, subscribers, followers, welcome. This is your Master GongSun. I am continuing today with a new series that I thought of. It is called the Taoist Life Advice. I'm going to talk about my own past, my own history. I'll tell you how I got rid of my restlessness and became happy. This is about how to become happy, or at least content and not searching or restless, because that feeling is horrible. No one wants it. So when I was younger, I would look up at the skies and I would want to leave the place I was living at. At that point, I was living in Canada. I was a 15-year-old lad. And when I got older, I made enough money to go traveling and eventually to go live somewhere else in Asia. And then that restless feeling went away for a while. That restlessness, like it made me want to go out and run a marathon, or maybe there was so much energy I had, right? But then again, that energy would serve me well, but that restlessness, that feeling of restlessness would come back and would haunt me even though I had left Canada, even though I was happily in Asia. And I realized it's not the place, it's not where you are physically, but it's where you are in here. Where is your mental state? Do you have a mission in life? Right? So in order to be happy, number one, here's my advice. Find your mission in life. There's always a mission in life that we have to do. Because even if you have a full-time job, you have a family, wife, kids, 2.5 kids, white picket fences, a house, you still might have this nagging feeling. Why am I not happy? Why am I not fulfilled? It's because you haven't found your true life purpose. Maybe you're not meant to be a mortgage broker or an insurance salesman. Maybe that's not your true calling. And I can't imagine that that is actually anyone's true calling. Sure, it pays the bills, right? But there comes a time when you've accumulated enough wealth, enough money, and you're thinking, that's enough. I want to do something that fulfills me, right? Now, I'm not saying you should just quit your job and like sell your house right away, but you should, if you want to be happier, if what you're doing as an accountant or a mortgage broker, if that's not your true passion, what you should be doing is to find it first. Perhaps it's to help work with the blind, right? And you should do that on a part-time basis, right? I mean, maybe you shouldn't expect that to pay your bills, but at least you'll feel more fulfilled that way if you volunteer, for instance, by working with the blind, for example. Anyway, that restless feeling, I haven't had it for a while. It's because I found my true calling as a Taoist priest. And I'm glad, because that restlessness was energy given to me by the universe, by the Tao, in order to go and find my true passion. In order to go find it, I would need energy first, right? So I'm very glad that it was given to me for that purpose. But now that I've found it, I've not been restless ever since. So you might ask, how do you find it? There's always this nagging kind of feeling in you. I'm sure, because I've experienced it too, right? Like a nagging feeling that even though I am materially satisfied, I have enough to eat, I have a roof over my head, right? I'm still not satisfied. Then you have to reach back to your childhood. Think back to your childhood. What made you happy then? Did you want to be a cowboy? Did you want to be an astronaut? I'm not saying you should go be either one of those professions, but do something similar. Maybe being a cowboy isn't about being a cowboy. Maybe it's about the feeling you get, the feeling of liberty and freedom you get if you're a cowboy. Or maybe you wanted to be an astronaut because you wanted the feeling of the light feeling of exploration and discovery, right? So maybe you could travel more, or maybe take a course and learn new things, right? That's what I'm saying. It's not the actual profession that we wanted. It was the feeling we got when we did those activities. That's what we should be looking at. So that's how we should be happy. Think back to your childhood. What was it? What feeling were you searching for? What feeling did you want to capture or recapture now? And think about what it is you could do more in service of others, because that could also bring a sort of happiness or satisfaction, right? There's so much to explore, but my advice is to look back to your childhood first. What did you want then, and is it still realistic now? Do you still want whatever you wanted back then? Do you still want it now? And normally, most of the time, it's the feeling that you want, right? You want to be an astronaut because you wanted to explore. Well, exploration is not limited just to outer space. You could explore inside. You could explore astral projection, right? That is a field that, even though it has been around for thousands of years, most of us don't even know about, let alone have explored. I myself have barely scratched the surface of that, but I love astral projecting. I love wandering around and seeing the other planes of existence. It is fascinating. Anyway, think about that. That's another way to be more happy. We need something to do. To, we need a mission to fulfill. And if you want to recapture a lost feeling from childhood, do that too. And by exploring other paths. This has been your Master GongSun. As usual, keep living in alignment with the Tao.